Superman was a wonderful, wonderful experience for me. I loved the new Superman movie. Totally changed the direction of DC. Just for context, the Superman movie came out. If you want to know how bad DC was by the time Superman came out, uh, Aquaman 2 was the highest grossing DC movie out of their last 9 at $440 million. 60 some odd percent less than the first Aquaman did. The next one besides that, the highest grossing one, was Black Adam, which didn't even make 400 million. And then you had a bunch out of their final 9 making 300, 200, 3 of their films made under $200 million. That's how bad it was. Superman came out, made over $600 million, made more than the previous 9 DC films. So they're off to a good start. And of course, at the end of Superman, they tease Supergirl. And now we got Jason Momoa from the aforementioned Aquaman coming back to play Lobo. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I think it's going to be fun. Well, we already got one trailer, but now comes the all-important second trailer. Because James Gunn, as you can see here, jumped on his socials and said, Supergirl, we'll call you back tomorrow. Supergirl lands in theaters on June 26th. Okay. Now, first of all, the reason I say the second trailer is so important is because the first trailer, while you never get a second chance to make a first impression, we talk about this a lot, right? The first trailer is usually just a taste. This is kind of what the tone of the film is. It's more of an announcement tone setter. The second trailer for most movies is the one that kind of gives you, this is what the movie's about. This is what you can expect from this film. So it's going to be a very key, very important trailer to drop. 2 interesting things I found in this little announcement, because ahead of this trailer that's now going to come out tomorrow, they released 30 seconds of it today as a little tease, a trailer for a trailer. Drives me nuts, but there it is. But there's 2 interesting things in this little 30-second clip of the trailer that's coming tomorrow that I thought was really quite eyebrow-raising. The first thing is this. It confirms that Superman is appearing in the film. Now, whether or not what we see in this little tease is the extent of his appearance in it, or whether he'll have a couple of cameos throughout the film, who knows? But we do see David Corenswet in there tying it into the Superman film. The second thing that I thought was interesting, and this might not mean anything to anybody else, okay? I get it. If it doesn't mean anything to anybody else, I get it. But to me, it was really, really interesting. When Clark calls and leaves a message for Kara, he does not say, it's me, Cal.
Mm-hmm.
He says, it's me, Clark. And while everybody else, I'm sure, is like, who cares? Whatever. Clark, Cal, he's the same guy, right? To me, actually, Rob, that was kind of profound. Because when you get to the end of Superman, throughout Superman, he identifies himself as Kryptonian living on Earth. By the end of the film, he's fully embraced his humanity. Like now, when you refer to his parents, he's not talking about the L's back on Krypton. At the end, when he refers to his parents, he's talking about Ma and Pa Kent. I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. With that, I get emotional at the ending of that movie as he's sitting there and watching the family footage with Ma and Pa Kent, and you got Iggy Pop singing in the background. I literally get emotional at that. And so, to me, when he's calling Kara, who probably always referred to him as Cal, him calling at that point and referring to himself as Clark is just an extension of the end of Superman, of him fully embracing his, I don't want to say humanity, but his Earth residence, that Earth is home. You know, when people ask me where I'm from, I say Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, the Hammer, greatest city in the world. That's home. But I wasn't born there. I was born in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And at some point, I remember, I would always tell people I'm from Halifax. I live in Hamilton. But at some point, Hamilton became what I identified with. Hamilton is my home. And I stopped telling people I was from Halifax, even though that was where I was born, and I was from Hamilton. So, I mean, look, That's me looking a lot into a 30-second clip from a trailer that comes out tomorrow, but I thought that was rather deep and I liked what I saw there. Anyway, Rob, getting the new Supergirl trailer tomorrow. James Gunn dropped 30 seconds of it today. What are you hoping to see in this trailer tomorrow? And what do you think of the strategy of them dropping 30 seconds of it today?
Well, like you, I mean, just to answer the last question first. The teaser for the teaser for the trailer is annoying. I mean, I understand why they do it. You know, it's all about hype anyway. I'd much prefer don't tell me, just show me the trailer. So that, like you, I get annoyed by that. But I'm looking forward to this film. You know, to know that they were adapting the Tom King story. I really like Millie Alcock as Supergirl. I think she's got an interesting attitude. I think she's fun. We, of course, fell in love with her on House of the Dragon. And again, I'm curious because James Gunn has said that the DC universe is going to be driven by great scripts, and that this was the first thing they decided to make after Superman. And Superman was the first original thing. I mean, obviously Peacemaker was brought through, but and then you had Creature Commandos, but Superman was the first live action DC Universe movie. This is the second. So I'm really curious to see what kind of a movie. Like I wasn't blown away by the first teaser, but I liked it. I was intrigued. I'm like, this is intriguing. I mean, I want to, knowing what the story is, having read that comic run, I'm like, I can't wait to see this. And I'm quite frankly, I'm looking forward to it. You know, now we've heard, there's online chatter about test screenings and they're on to their third composer and all.
Never true.
But the thing is, movies are an iterative process. And until you have a finished film that you can watch, I don't believe anything. Because I've seen movies that were not in great shape in production. And then when you finally see them when they're finished, it's like, wow, that's really good.
They really turn it around.
Yeah, they really turn it around. It's a process. So I'm really curious to see what this next trailer has in store. I'm looking forward to this movie. And while there's people out there screaming, oh, Burnett's a DC shill. I feel this way about pretty much every movie. Until I see it. Movies are so hard to make that I'm more interested. I am predisposed to wanting to like a movie. I am a movies to lose. So there's what's not to like.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you're just a miserable person if you want not finding a movie bad, but I just think you're a miserable person if you want a movie to be bad.
Dude, we're gonna see a live action Lobo.
Oh man, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, look, the movie might end up being bad. It very well could. Of course it could. It could absolutely end up being bad. And I'm with you. I thought the first trailer was decent. I thought it didn't super move the needle for me.
Right.
Very much. I'm hoping for a little more from this trailer. So we'll see what we're going to get. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? We're getting a brand new Supergirl trailer tomorrow. By the way, we're also getting a Masters of the Universe trailer tomorrow, too.
Ooh.
Big day for trailers tomorrow. But what do you think of them announcing it with those 30 little seconds? Do you think they spoiled Superman's appearance in it? Although we all knew Superman was going to make an appearance in it at least at some point. And what are you hoping to see in the trailer tomorrow? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.